homeless magazine, or to support homeless people. It's a charity. Basically, there is a business side to it, which is the magazine. When I first started, I was street homeless, and that's the type of vendor that they specifically aim to support. And they usually start you off. I got my first 10 magazines free, and then after you've sold them, or if you don't sell them, it's up to you. You have the option to continue as a vendor, and then you buy them and resell them. Basically, it's a pretty simple format. There's for vendors, they've made it as easy as possible to fit in, so that there's no real specific criteria apart from being street homeless. It was nerve-wracking, but once you start and you start to earn money, I sort of got over it within about 2 weeks, I think, fully. But yeah, initially it was quite nerve-wracking. But once you've made them first few sales, the neuro pathways form, and for me that formed fairly quickly, and then you overcome all those anxieties or whatever you had once you start making money. It's like when you look at a homeless person, like around the city, you see a lot of the people with the cardboard signs and that's how people expect a homeless person to look, but in reality that is not how a homeless person looks. At the time that I became ill, I was diagnosed as terminal. The treatment I had was quite advanced and quite unique. In my last working years, I had like 20% liver function, which isn't very good because you're hardly able to stand. I had chronic adult asthma, which I've never had in my life. Yeah, I sort of saw it as a natural progression of a life. I mean, we all die or become ill in the end, and that's quite a natural thing. But so I virtually just disposed of my estate and stuff like that. But then it turned out that I'd hit the road, I'd become homeless, which is unfortunate because there wasn't that. The support that's offered wasn't enough to keep me, nowhere close to the lifestyle I was used to. But what was I going to say? I had a miraculous treatment and I'm fine now. Well, I lived in the Philippines. My mother's Filipino in the 74. I've lived in a squat in the Philippines. That's where my grandparents came from. I ended up, and I would think to myself, I could never, as a homeless person here, their life is luxury. Those people with the cardboard signs, their life in town is luxury compared to those people living in some of the places in provincial Philippines. I have a very good global understanding, but it's because I had as a young child experienced those extreme differences, and I had to ponder in my own mind, why is this so, and why my grandparents lived like that, why my grandfather went blind from malnutrition, why my mother's brother died from the plague. I've always been a happy person, so I'm lucky like that. For the sake of a few extra dollars, I'm quite happy living a minimalist lifestyle at this point. Obviously, if I didn't have to, I wouldn't. Believe in yourself, that's it. Life can be difficult for anybody, but to believe in yourself, and that's all you can do.